Greetings dudes and dudettes. Just finishing the lawn here, and then we're going to get the big mower out and I'll show you. Let's have a little view of the farm. Look, I'm only going to keep this a quick one. I'll just turn this mower around and do a little flyover. Best I can do. So you got the house over here. It's a hobby farm. All these trees I've planted. I used the tree planter, and they've taken a long time to grow. As you can see, I've got a few different stages in here. I've got some new saplings and that I did just yesterday. This is all the working area. The front here I'm going to put a lime and seed producer down, but I just don't have the money for it yet. I've got 3 main big silos and my hay shed all over here. This is all the working area. This is where all my grass gear is kept, in all these sheds here. So just the grass gear, and we're going to pull that bad boy out in a minute. He's gonna bale while he mows. This is the bale shed, one of 2. I've tried to put all the bush back, so these guys are still at stage 2, and I don't know if you can see, but I've got some saplings right there, you see there, and another sapling there. So I've got a few saplings spread around. We've got 4 main fields. So what I've done, I've given access all areas all around. So I've got 4 main fields, and I've got one massive meadow, and I've got a few other smaller fields here. Before I put a house down, when I first started the map, I actually put this bag down. Where is the bugger? Right there. Put the bag down as a sleeping trigger. Now I can't sell it. I can't get rid of it. I can move it from there, but it keeps appearing back every time I log in. If anyone knows how to get rid of it, I've tried deleting it, I've tried everything. I can't get rid of it. So we've got new saplings in the middle here as well. I've got the big thick trees planted in the middle. There's a sapling right there. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, so we've got plenty of bush, and all these have been grown from seed, from saplings. So you can sort of see the way I've done it, and I'm trying to keep some natural bush around. Here's one of the meadows over here. It's a pretty big meadow, and once again I've grown all these from saplings. These are still only at stage 2. These will grow really tall, like this one here. So it's the same tree as this. So we've got some real tall ones that we're going to get in the middle of the bush, and then as we get to the outer edges, to the beginning, I've got the shorter trees, and they get taller as they head into the center. So these will be massively tall. This is the back end of the shed. We'll go into the animal area in a minute. This is where I keep all my main gear. I just got some seeds. They're a bit rusty, a bit messy. Planter and seeder. I've got my plough and cultivator, and this is bale shed number 2 with the bale trailer in it. I've got the wash. We got the fuel there, and this is also the workshop. So there's a workshop in there up the back. So I'm just utilising the workshop. Yeah, just all the working gear. This is the harvest trailer. I'm not using semi-trailers in this. They're my 2 main tractors. We can get out in the back here. And so there's the 4 fields and the pastures, and all of the I've got all of my silos here. So each category of silo is for a different reason. This is for root crops. This is for the stuff I get off the field, and this one I've got for animal feed. So I keep them all separate. Got a little driveway around the back, and I'm just mowing this lawn because it's really long. It needs to be done, so I'm just going to mow that while I'm here. We go into the animal area. We've got the sheep here. I can access into the sheep barn. They don't come down to this little bit, but I've just made it look a bit better. I gave them a little bit of a dam there. They're giving me some good wool. So, but this doesn't come all year round, so I'm just going to stack it in there till I'm ready to sell it. And we've got the horses here. They're right on the back of the sheep. So all these I planted. I didn't put any trees down, planted them all. Same as around here. I wanted to keep the rocks and the natural formity, so I just ploughed and sowed around them. It just gives it a nice effect. Looks a bit more realistic. This is the pig pen. These guys are breeding. I've put a few mounds in here, and I've put a bridge for them to go across, which they do go across. And I don't know if you can see under there, but I've also got a tunnel that goes under the bridge, and they do walk under there. It's all full of mud and slosh. I'll try and get it on the angle for you to see, but anyway, it's all painted in mud, mud and water, and yeah, they just love it. A little bit of grass and a few shrubs around, a little bit of tree for shade. This guy here's having a bit of a doze under the tree. So is he going to go under? Go on under you go. There you go. See, they go under it, they go over it. It's pretty cool. We've got a wrap around here. This grass is all part of the pasture, so it goes right down the back there. We've got the manure and slurry in here, and we've got a water well just here that I use to water the cows. These cows aren't breeding too much. I started with one bull and one girl, and we've only got 5 so far, and this is the 5th year I've been playing this one, so they're breeding slow. This is another pasture out here. It's the main pasture, and like I said, I seeded all of these trees. I didn't put any down, so then I'll show you in a moment. Here's the chook pen, nice big chook pen. Wraps around, it locks on to the side of the cattle here, and I've got access with this side gate, and we can come in through here. This shed here is just for the trailer for feeding, and the water trailer belongs in there as well. Yeah, so I've got to make more money and finish the fencing and whatnot off. And this is just all my main gear. All my field gear gets stored over here, seeds and fertiliser, and that's my bale barn, one of them. I've got another bale barn over the other side, and fertiliser. And that's my harvest trailer. And my 2 big ones, he's for the field work, he's for harvest and everything else. So I've got all the bush. The bush is coming up pretty good, so I've seeded all of these, and I put a bit of it, knock it off stupid, and I put a bit of a water well in here. It's going to knock this stuff over. Jesus Christ, my dog's a pain in the arse, man. Fair dinkum. So I wanted to block the shop out. I've planted a couple of trees here as well, so the shop's not really eye appealing. So when I am down on the farm down here working, you can't see the shop at all. So, and I've got some saplings still growing. This is all my grass gear. Just access in through here, and that's my second bale shed just there. So I've got them separated, and this is just my grass gear. I'm going to bring this bad boy out right now, and he's got the baler behind him, and he will bale as he mows. And once again, planted some bush up here. These are only at stage 2, so they're still growing, and I've got saplings. Don't know if you can see it, but there's saplings in there as well. So the PDA, I'll bring the PDA up. Righto. And after we finish saving, so this is a grass field, and this is all pasture, and that's 2 pastures. So this is where all the animals are, and you can actually see where the road goes, because I've grassed it all and then cut the road through. So I grassed all this area and then worked it. I've only got 4 crops, so it's only a hobby farm, and I'm still going to lay grass down here, so you'll be able to see where my sheds and the roads are cut through there. So it's going pretty good, not too bad. Just going to finish mowing this little bit here. It's only 1 or 2 turns to go. I've done the majority of it. Not too bad. I've tried many of the mowers and they've all got problems of one type or another. And I just find that this one's a lot easier. It's got a pretty big width on it. Do it in first person as well. So this grass I'm just going to leave down. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm not going to bale it or anything like that. Just to make the house look tidy. And that's all it's for. I'm going to ignore my dog if you can hear him in the background. I let him outside 2 minutes ago and he's now whinging to go back outside. Well, he can just wait. Every time I go live, he always does something. Every single time. Alright, we'll just finish this tiny little bit here. I like how you can go in first person. It's not a bad mower. Does a pretty good job. And the last strip now. You bloody beauty. Alright, we'll lift it up and turn it off. I'll just park it here at the front. I'll use it again soon. I've got to put a shed down here. Righto. Let's go over and we'll set the worker out here. Oh. So I've mowed all around here as well. Just going to head out. Just want to have a drive through the field, see if my crops are ready for harvest yet. I think they may be. As you can see, I've just put heaps of trees down, and I'll show you, I've actually planted them all. I've planted 476 trees in total on the right hand side, and I'm on year 3, almost year 4, so all these have been planted. I haven't put any trees down, otherwise I'd be, my slot count, I wouldn't have any slots left. I'm at 1201. If I had another 400, I would be around 1700 slots at the moment, so there's no way in hell I was going to just put all the trees down like that. So you grow them from seedling. Hey, these are ready. Corn's ready anyway. I've got my 2 grass fields here. Sunflowers are ready as well. Awesome. Wheat's ready. That was a soybean. Is it? Yeah, it is. Everything's ready. I better get on to harvest. So that's a bit of an overview from the top. It's got all the animal pens over this side. And yeah, it's got all the bush growing still. I've still got a lot more to plant yet, but I'm just doing it bit by bit. I hadn't played this one in a long time, so the pig pen, they've got a bridge over, they can go under it, which they do. They walk across the bridge as well. Got a couple of mud sties laying around, which they seem to like. And they do walk under the bridge, and they also walk across the bridge. I just wanted to do something a bit different. And these cattles are breeding real slow. I've got the water well there. I've got my sheep over here, and the horses here. and I just got 2 extensions on those silos. That's the feed silos. Here's all my sheep. I planted all these trees as well. I gave them a bit of a well over here. This is a main meadow. And we've got chickens down here. So this dog of mine's been a pain in the ass. And my feed trailer. Alright, I'll put me back in my trailer. There we go. I'll let this stupid dog of mine out for a moment. Go on, get. Stop carrying on. Go on, fuck off. He's just turned around and come back inside. He just likes to fuck with me every time he hasn't got total attention. He just always carries on. I've got some more saplings up here as well. You can see here, there's kind of all up here just to fill in all the bush, because on this map I took all the trees down. I wanted to do my own types of bush, and I cut these roads through like this just because when I'm doing harvest I want to be able to access all sides of the fields. So I kind of just made them fairly square, worker friendly, and the PDA shows the roads cut through. So, and that's the main road from the shop. I made the shop come down, wrap around, and that's the main road that cuts out through there. And then I've also got a road that comes up the side here, which is why I want to grass this area. And then it turns and follows this one up there. So yeah, field's going pretty good. It's been fun. I haven't played this one in a long time. I didn't think it was that good at first, but when I came back the trees had grown for some reason and it looked a lot different. So I'm going to head over and pull out the mower now. And, it's got the baler behind it. It's going to bale and wrap as it mows. So I'll leave the worker to do that. There's all my silos in there. 3 main silos, main silos, and they're all for different crops. I wanted to keep it realistic. It's the way that I like to play, realistic as possible. When I make more money, I'll be able to finish all the fencing and all the sheds and everything like that. So yeah, it's going pretty good for the field. I've got 1 small tractor, 1 medium and 2 large. I haven't got a harvester or anything like that yet. I'm just going to lease it all. I don't want to have too much equipment. But every like 3 days in game I'm using this. So it was worth buying it. But the harvester you use once a season. And I figured, I don't want to have too much equipment. Got what I need and I can lease the harvester. I might leave the meadows actually, and I'll just cut back down through here. Go and do 2 grass fields are out over this way. I'll do them now. I'll attack them now. Right unfold yet. Not much wrong here. Just make sure what's dropping is on. And this guy we'll mow, and see it's on widespread. So why won't it? There we go, swath's dropping. Alright, so the worker on his way, and he should bail, as long as I got the swath right. Yep, looks like everything's good to go. I'm not sure how the worker's going to go by the end of it, whether he's going to plough up my grain or not. I hope not. First bale's coming out, so bloody awesome. I chose green wrapping this time. I usually use blue because it stands out when I'm looking for them at night. But, got green bale. So everything seems to be working there. Actually, I'll use the other tractor. I'll go over there. I'll just go across the road, just over this way. Leave me alone, mate. Yeah, leave me alone. They do whatever the hell you want. Just leave me the fuck alone. Fucking annoying dog. So I want a fence all up in here as well. And I'll take this guy out. Drop the front end loader off. This is the silage barn. Fuel's good, so we don't need to fuel up. So that's pretty good. Don't like leaving fences open. That's all the animal area in there. So if they get out, we've still got a fenced-in area for them. Can't see the shop at all. It's awesome. It's turned out really good. Quite surprised. Leave me alone, mate. Fuck off. They do whatever you want. I don't care. Just leave me the fuck alone. Alrighty, chase old mate around now. Now if that had the square baler behind it, for just making grass bales, you'd do that really quickly, but because this round baler is also a wrapper, and the grass is really long, it runs at 6k an hour, about 3 or 4 miles an hour. Not very quick. And if anybody knows how I can get rid of this. This was, I put this down as a sleep trigger. Alright, so it's got a sleep trigger one side, change of clothing the next. I can't delete it, I can't sell it, I can't uninstall it. I've tried everything. I can't get rid of it. It's there, like, it's there forever. I just can't get rid of it. Like, I don't know. If anyone knows, please tell me. Let me know. So I really don't know how to get rid of that. Seems like the worker's doing a good job, so that's pretty cool. This little patch in here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I could dig it and put a dam in here, but I just don't think this would be a good place for a dam. I've got enough animals, so if anything, I was going to put down a breeding pen for the cattle. Just have the newborns to go into a pen. For the bulls I'm talking about, not for the cows, just the bulls. Fatten the bulls up like you do with pigs, and then you sell them. And if I was going to do that, where are we? If I was going to do that, there's an actual breeding pen that I have, and which is this one, that one there. So I could put it in. I'm just not sure where I would put it. So I could put it here. Actually, I might do that, you know. I might put it in down. Cut some of that fence out, maybe. I'll just have a double fence. Done. I've just done it. I wasn't going to, but I decided to. That was a spur of the moment decision right there. Alright. Cool. I might just use some animal mud as a track. That's not the animal mud. This is the animal mud. I'm going to have to repaint this now. Leave it as is and come back and fix it up later. I'll spend the money I don't want to. There we go. And they're going to need shade. I put an awning in here for them. Probably the best way to do it. Yeah, about midway, I'd say. That should be enough just to keep a bit of shade on them. All they need is food and water. They don't produce milk, slurry or manure. It's just somewhere to put the bulls when they are born. Pull them out of here before they mature. I've got 2 bulls in here. I've bred another bull, so I have to get the transport trailer. But I'm not going to touch that breeding pen yet till I make some money after harvest. And there's the other bull there. Oh, I've got a 3rd one. So they've had a bull overnight, and I moved them guys down into this pen, and we start fattening up the bulls, just like we do with the pigs. And these pigs are just bred like buggery. It's crazy. Go under the bridge. Go under the bridge. We'll go through it. Okay. Go on under you go. Oh, yeah, you went under. They go across the top as well. I just wanted to do something a bit different, and there you go. You just went over. So it's pretty cool how they do that. I don't usually do pigs very often, but I've got all animals on this build, so it's looking pretty good, I reckon. Got to wait for the trees to get fully grown and whatnot. And this pasture, I'm just going to leave it as a pasture. I'm probably not going to mow it. I kept all the rocks on the map, and I just decided just to plant some trees around it and stuff. So when you first start no man's land, over here, there's no moat here. I did all this myself. There's 2 signs, one there and one there. You cut this one down, it takes all the rocks off. You cut that one down, it takes all the trees off. So I removed all the trees and planted my own, and I actually enjoy that a lot more. So, I'll show you how many trees I've planted. On the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th one down, I've planted 63 saplings in this session, and I've planted 476 trees all up. I got a mod here that I use, tree sapling pack, and as you can see, you get 120 trees for 1 slot. The first one you buy will cost you 8 slots, and then each one after it will cost you 1 slot. So for 10 slots, I've got 400 trees, which would have been 400 slots because trees are a slot each. So that's what you do. You can buy them in lots of 6, 40, 60 or 120. Why not just do 120? If you don't plant all 120, you can sell the planter that you're using, the sapling planter. Like I run the sapling planter back to the shop over here, and I park the sapling planter in this corner here, and then I sell the planter and it drops what's remaining of those trees. So that ones there are still oak trees left. Those ones are, can't read it, one of the other ones. But I'm not finished with the map. I've only just got the first 8 squares of the map down, so there's no trees on the rest of the map. And those saplings I got left, plus more, I'll be able to plant around as I continue to build, continue to make money. So it's going pretty bloody good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it immensely. And the worker's doing the right thing. I don't believe it. It's pretty rare. I'm going to have to get going, so when he finishes that last row and turns around, I'm going to switch off, and next episode I'll come through to the full harvest. We've got 4 fields there ready to go, so do that. I'll just wait for him to turn around. Whoop, just turn that off. Right, turn around, stupid. that's it. Alright guys, we'll come back and finish this episode a bit later. I'm pretty happy with this build. It's one of the best ones I think I've done so far. And better is yet to come. I've got to build a town, and then I've got to build a few other farms and probably extend some root crop over this side of the farm, over this far side here. I'll probably put a potato and a sugar beet field over this side. Not too big. I don't want to do a big, I don't want to run the whole map like I've done on other builds. So probably, and I'll be keeping these meadows. I'm never gonna mow it. I just like the look of it. I mean, it'll grow back if I mow it, but I'm going to try not to mow it. So yeah, anyway, that's the build. I hope you all like it. I know I do. Alright, take care. Logging out.